Well, we thought inside kick to start this thing. Yes, Tennessee football. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Out at the 1-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Anthony Ferkser there to make the grab. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now he'll swing that out to Edmonds. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Murray again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And after the incompletion on 1st down. First carry for James Conner. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Murray from midfield. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here's Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The Saints, Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On the handoff, Connor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid. No turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On play action, Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Murray now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on first down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Connor. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Out of his end zone, Winston. He's going to air one out.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
Off in time. So that's going to push him back half the distance. The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. They tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know. Maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Murray. He's got Green. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Murray. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
Once again, it's Connor.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to run with Connor. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner
taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2.
They'll try and run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man here is Conklin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Cousins. Flush to his right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 30. 6-0 our score after 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Murray off play action. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
third down. It's Connor. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On fourth down, Murray looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Following the interception, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 84 yards. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Moore now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Play fake. Murray. He's got his target, Harris. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Murray going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now Murray. And the reception made by Green. Touchdown! A.J. Green in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jalen Thompson picks time there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. More now to return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing to start the drive. Murray eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, and they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, a run with Connor. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches. And his guys are going to go for it. To throw is Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And now look at him go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And a lead now up to 14.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Set to return it. Here's Moore.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 37 yards. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. They're going to try and run. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Luongo now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll run on first down. Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are right back in this football game. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins. They find some open field here. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
4th down, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, 81 yards. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Moore now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Going deep for Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 35 yards. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Back to throw. Murray. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Cousins to throw. Escape. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us